Welcome to the UltFone channel. Did you install the iOS 27 beta and immediately start noticing problems? Maybe your iPhone is overheating, battery life is worse than before, apps keep crashing, or the whole system just feels laggy and unstable. Well, that's actually pretty common with beta software. Since iOS 27 is still in testing, bugs and performance issues are expected, especially during the early beta stages. If you're no longer happy with the beta experience and want to go back to a more stable version, the good news is that Apple is currently still signing iOS 26.5, which means you can downgrade your iPhone right now. Before we begin, there's one important thing you need to know. Downgrading iOS will erase your device, so make sure to back up your iPhone first. Having a backup allows you to restore your photos, messages, apps, and other important data after the downgrade is complete. Now let's look at the available methods. Part 1. Downgrade iOS 27 with iTunes. Traditionally, users downgrade iOS through iTunes on Windows or Finder on Mac. The basic process involves downloading the correct IPSW firmware file, connecting your iPhone to a computer, putting the device into recovery mode, manually selecting the firmware package, and then restoring the device. While this method works, it can be quite complicated for beginners. You'll need to find the correct firmware file, make sure Apple is still signing it, enter recovery mode correctly, and handle any potential iTunes errors that may appear during the restore process. So what if you don't have iTunes installed, or you simply want a faster and easier solution? That's where UltFone iOS System Repair comes in. Part 2. Downgrade iOS 27 using UltFone iOS System Repair. UltFone iOS System Repair provides a much simpler way to downgrade iOS without manually downloading IPSW files or dealing with complicated iTunes procedures. First, download and install UltFone iOS System Repair on your computer. Launch it and connect your iPhone to computer. On the main screen, you'll see iOS upgrade/downgrade and data backup/restore. If you haven't backed up your data yet, you can do so here. Once the data backup is complete, select iOS Downgrade. UltFone will automatically detect all compatible downgrade versions available for your device. Select iOS 26.5 and click Download. Unlike iTunes, you don't need to search for firmware files yourself. UltFone automatically downloads the correct firmware package for your specific iPhone model. Once the download is complete, click Initiate Downgrade. The software will handle the rest automatically. Your iPhone will enter the required mode, install the firmware, and complete the downgrade process without any complicated manual steps. The entire process usually takes only a few minutes. After the downgrade is finished, your iPhone will restart and boot into iOS 26.5. Part 3. Restore your backup. Now that your iPhone is back on iOS 26.5, it's time to restore your data. In UltFone iOS System Repair, select Restore Backup Data. Click on the most recent backup file. Then wait patiently for your iPhone data to be restored. Once the restoration is complete, your iPhone will automatically return to the home screen. Your photos, contacts, messages, apps, and settings will gradually return to your device. Compared to the traditional iTunes downgrade method, UltFone iOS System Repair eliminates most of the complicated steps. You don't need to manually download IPSW files. You don't need to worry about entering recovery mode yourself. And you don't need to troubleshoot common iTunes restore errors. Just a few clicks, and your iPhone can safely return from iOS 27 beta to a more stable iOS 26 version. That's it for today's guide. If this video helped you downgrade iOS 27 successfully, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the UltFone channel for more iPhone tips, fixes, and iOS tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.